All right, what's up, family? Let's get into it. So tonight we got a goodie tonight. We got a goodie, and I'm actually kind of disappointed that we haven't really been talking much about it. We got Lomachenko, Vasily High-Tech Lomachenko versus Kambosos. This is a good fight. This is a really good fight. Both of them suffered losses at the hands of Devin Haney. Lomachenko had a really good showing against Devin Haney. Kambosos not so much. His first fight against Devin Haney, he got smoked. The second fight was a bit more competitive, but he still got smoked by the jab. He let Haney jab his head off all night. If I'm picking a winner, then I'm leaning more towards Lomachenko because I think Lomachenko he's battle tested. He has more better footwork. Only thing is he's a little older now. Like he's 36 versus Kambosos, who's 30. He's almost at the end of the hill. You got on paper, Kambosos looks way better than Lomachenko. I know, and Lomachenko is one of them fighters where you gotta actually see him fight to be like, oh, I see what the hype is about. But on paper, like he doesn't look that great. 17-3 versus Kambosos' record, who is 21-2, and both his losses came at the hands of Devin Haney. They both suffered losses at Devin Haney. This is also a championship belt for two belts, the IBF and the IBO. I believe Kambosos has the IBO and the IBF is vacant, but whoever wins this takes both belts for the lightweight. Now, like I was saying, I have to, when I pick on paper, Kambosos looks like he's going to take it. He has more wins, more fights on the professional side than Lomachenko. Also, look, this is the twister though, because they have so much in common. So Lomachenko lost his belt to Teofimo Lopez. Then Kambosos came and beat Teofimo and got the belts from Teofimo. So I feel like this is a fight that should have been happened, honestly, because it's like, yo, I beat the guy that beat you. I beat the guy who beat the champ. All right, so now you got Kambosos and Lomachenko finally facing off. Finally, after all these years of Lomachenko losing to Teofimo and then Kambosos getting the belts up off of Teofimo, who never wanted the rematch. And I still don't understand why, because I felt like that would have been a great rematch, because I do feel like Teofimo is a better fighter than Kambosos. But Kambosos had a puncher's, not only did he have a lion's heart, he had a puncher's chance. He got good power, and I'm mad that fight never happened. Teofimo stepped up in weight class, and it's a wrap. It'll never happen again. Now, both these guys at lightweight, I think they fight in 135 or whatever. I think it's going to be a really good fight, but I have to give it to Lomachenko. And my opinion are coming based off both of their performances with Devin Haney. Both of them faced off against Devin Haney, and Devin Haney, like I say, he gave Kambosos the beats both times. And Kambosos had 2 times to beat him and didn't beat him. And he beat Kambosos clear. Lomachenko was a debatable. I still personally gave it to Lomachenko, but I understand the game, and I understand that whenever you facing off against the king, you have to cut his head off. It has to be a clear win, because if it's not, they're always going to give it to the champ. Always. That's just sporting world, boxing world, whatever. They always going to give it to the champ on the cards. You have to do enough to make it a convincing win. And Lomachenko didn't make it a convincing win. But I will say this. If Lomachenko had the same perks and opportunities that Kambosos had, no way Devin Haney beating Lomachenko twice, back to back, in my opinion. Would Lomachenko have a home court advantage as Kambosos did? Because Kambosos, he put all the clauses in there. He said, and thanks, Kambosos. Kambosos did give Haney a chance, because nobody wouldn't give Haney a chance at that time. And Haney was hunting. He wanted to fight everybody. He was trying to get all the belts. And Kambosos gave him the opportunity. He went to Australia. He had to fight Kambosos twice, because Kambosos put it in a clause, a rematch clause or whatever, even though nobody wanted to see the second fight. I'm sorry, nobody. It just wasn't a good enough fight the first time. Nobody wanted to see it, but we seen it. What we thought happened. Okay, fast forward now, Lomachenko versus Haney. Very debatable. But again, Lomachenko didn't make it a clear-cut win. he left too much room for debate. You know what I'm saying? So that's that. Both of them suffered losses now. They fighting each other. So these guys have a lot in common. They both have fought a lot of the same people or whatever. And now it's time to see which one of them is the best. On paper, Kambosos, physically, he's taller. He has a longer reach. His reach is like, what's his reach? He got a 65-inch reach. And versus Lomachenko's 5, I think it's 5.5, 5.5, something like that. No, I'm sorry, 55 and a half versus a 65 inch arm reach or whatever. So Kambosos, he's longer. Damn, no diddy. But he has a lot going on, physically, and he's younger. He's 30 years old versus Lomachenko, who is now 36, going on 37. I understand he went to the Ukraine. He was fought in the war. Hey, my hat's off to him. I salute you, brother. You did what you had to do for your country. But that has no effect on boxing. A lot of people will make excuses for him. I cannot make excuses for anyone. Everybody makes their own decision. They have to be held liable. Don't fight if you're not ready. Once you step into that ring, the gloves off. And do not disrespect the other fighter who won by giving these guys different caveats and saying, oh, he only won because of this. He only won. No, they stood in a circle and they fought. You feel me? And as long as there's no performance enhancements or anything that's going to give that other fighter an unfair advantage, I got to say, let them guys fight, and who the best fighter is going to prevail. And that's all I've seen, all these guys. They both great guys, great. It wasn't no bullshit, a lot of bullshit at the press conference either. Look, I know we like to see these guys get all worked up and shit, but everything's been extremely cool, extremely calm. They doing a little bit here and there, whatever, but never nothing much, not too much disrespect. You feel me? Now they're going to get in the ring tonight. We're going to see who got it. I say Lomachenko. Me personally, if Lomachenko doesn't win tonight, it's done. Lomachenko is done. The hype train has left the building. They've been pumping this guy out for years, and he just has not delivered. To me, my personal opinion, he has not delivered. He's had great moments, but he just has not delivered. His record says it all. He's 17-3. 17-3, and I feel like he's been given a lot more shots and opportunities than a lot of other fighters have to be able to get to where, because they wanted him to be the face of boxing. They wanted him to, so they pushed him in certain positions that other people had to work years to get. That's why I respect Kambosos, because he literally came from the bottom. You know what I mean? They put him in there with Teofimo, man, thinking Teofimo was going to beat his ass, and he reversed it. And that's why he is who he is, and he deserves the opportunities or whatever. But listen, tonight, if Lomachenko can't win, I have to pull the motherfucking hype train up out the building, bro. He just ain't got it. He need to be a coach or just stop. You 36, you're almost over the hill. How much fight do you have left in you? It looks like you take really good of yourself, really good care of yourself. But I just feel like, you in there with a bunch of elite fighters, and we never really going to get the best Lomachenko ever again. You just can't fight for all the time, bro. You can't. So to me, coming off the loss to Haney and then coming in here and losing to Kambosos, a lesser skilled boxer, I gotta shut it down, bro. I gotta shut it down. I gotta give you your flowers and say thank you for the years. You put on some great performances. You had some great moments, but it's to the end of the road. Gotta let you go, bro. You know what I'm saying? But I respect all these guys, man. Listen, I'm not going to talk too much. I'm going to let them fist talk when I'm going to watch the fight, and then we can get back in here and we can talk about how it went. I know a lot of you guys not really interested. Y'all just want to see the big names. And I hate to go back to this, but let me say this one thing. Can you see Ryan Garcia beating on Lomachenko the way that he beat Devin Haney? If you got to think about that and you say no, then you should have some doubt in your mind as to whether or not he actually had performance enhancements in him or not. And I'm going to let y'all in a little something. He already then admitted that his B sample was going to come back dirty. He admitted that. I mean, he's still claiming, the powers that be are trying to get him up out of there and all this other shit. But he already admitted on the phone call that, hey, the B-Saps like they're going to come back. They're going to come back positive. But I'm focused on trying to clear my name, whatever. So let's watch it unravel, you know. But enjoy the fight tonight, guys. I'll be in touch.